Hi, welcome back to Manage the Munchies. I am Jordan, the Dank Nutritionist, and today we are on Module 2, Lesson 3 of the Manage the Munchies course. We are going to be talking just some brief information about hunger. So when it comes to the munchies and eating in general, how hungry or full you are is something to consider. Considering this can help you recognize if you are in fact hungry when you want to eat, and also can help you to prevent you from feeling overly full or stuffed. So I have a hunger scale image here. So 1 we have as extremely hungry, right? 5 is neutral, 6 is satisfied, 8 is stuffed, 10 is sick. Like hardcore. So this image of the hunger scale shows us a range from starving to feeling sick from overeating. Stopping around a 6 is a good bet so that you're satisfied but not stuffed. But, sometimes we overeat, and that's okay, right? The important thing is noticing when this happens and to find any patterns related to why. If you did overeat, was it the weed? Were you stressed? Was it the old clean your plate? Like if you had that, kind of drilled into you growing up, clean your plate club, or how they're starving kids they're starving kids everywhere. But, if you heard that growing up, was it that old, like that old belief system that was ingrained in you from when you were a kid? Did you overeat because you were at Olive Garden and there were endless pasta bowl or endless breadsticks and they got the best of you? I know how that works because I used to work at Olive Garden. And I still like to eat there, whenever. So, it's like nostalgic. Anyways, whatever the reason that you overate, it is okay. Just recognize it and move on. What we're trying to do here is feel good, control our cravings, and live our dankest life. So this is a nice time to kind of check in with yourself and your hunger. At what point on the hunger scale do you usually eat your meals at? So when do you usually start eating your meals? And I'm sure it's probably different. You could say, well, it depends, or it varies depending on the meal. Okay, well, think about it and write it down. Are you waiting too long on average for breakfast every day, or are you eating on time but then you skip dinner? When do you usually stop eating? Do you stop when you're satisfied, when you're full, just when your plate is empty and you haven't really had time to even think about if you're full or not? You just stop because there's no more food. So that's something else to consider, right? Because it's true, it can happen. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing bad. We're just checking in. We're just learning about these behaviors that we have and how they could be influencing the munchies. So are your meals scheduled, or do you just eat when you're hungry? So there is no wrong way to do this. We're just being curious and learning more about ourselves to better manage the munchies and live our most dank life. So you can take a picture of this or use it. I would definitely encourage you to experiment, trying to figure out how you feel in regards to the hunger scale when you're eating coming up. So maybe next meal, you can try to do that. Just being mindful here, right? Just staying aware. So until then, I will see you in the next module. What's the module?